Alright, for this test we're going to run the fire safety test. So the point of this test is to make sure that the bottom of the oven cannot go above 60 degrees Celsius when the oven profile reaches its peak. And the sides of the oven, if they go above 50 degrees Celsius, have to have warning labels that there are hot surfaces on them. So what we're going to do is turn on the oven. We're going to select to run a profile. And for this, we're going to run an unleaded profile. And we're going to start it. So this will just be just a while of waiting until we hit the required temperature.
Really? How many resistors do we need to solder?
10 per board. It's not a factory. So we will never run out of voltage. Never. So are these those 6 of these?
Thanks. What's the next one, Chris?
Sure.
Are any of them?
I don't know. Yes,
it
doesn't specifically say we need to have a 6 of these.
So our temperature is beginning to ramp up.
I feel like Dawn would say, oh, you did.
Yeah, we'll use a 603. Here's some ceramic cap, a 603 package. Those are 805 package. Here's another 603 resistor package. Oh, wait, we need to look and see if they're rows or not. Whatever it is. Leaded or unleaded. We want to make sure we're using unleaded components with unleaded solder and leaded components with leaded solder.
Do you have leaded or unleaded solder?
Okay. So find parts that are like right here. This one is non.
You can use leaded solder with lead-free components.
Lead.
Right.
Lead all.
We are now entering the dwell period.
Okay.
Relay is off. As you can see by the top light being off, it's a little hard to tell on the camera. You know, you can only see 3 bright lights. There's a 4th one above it that's off. So we're going to sit here at the dwell period for a while. It's going to bounce around here until it's time to ramp up to 260. So this is still the dwell period, and I'll mention when we start ramping up to the peak temperature. At the peak temperature, we're going to measure the surfaces of the oven using a infrared heat sensor.
You probably don't have to be very precise with it.
No.
We're aiming for the copper.
You mean for the copper? I don't understand what you mean.
Just anywhere that could possibly fit.
So you see how I kind of dabbed it on there? That's probably a little too much. So what I do is I get underneath this microscope here. Take it right next to the pad and I'll just gently dab it on there. So you'll see a little, if you look through the microscope.
I see a little bit on it.
Alright, now that thing is, if you see the 260, we're going to start ramping up towards the peak. So the relay are turning on, turned on the heating once, so we're going to keep going until we hit our peak temperature.
Doesn't have to be exact. The surface mount oven will take care of it.
So Greg,
Okay.
I'll tell you the measurements I see when we get her peak temperature. But so far, I've been basically the entire time just watching this thing heat up. So you have an easy way of watching the ramp up and ramp down.
Oh, okay. Cool. We can usually just both.
I think that will be a lot easier than trying to do the 2 profile one that I did, because I was always looking at just all sorts of different stuff. This one I've been pretty consistent on watching this though somewhat blurry LCD.
But that should be pretty okay for what you're doing there.
Well, just good enough that you can make out most of the numbers.
And that stuff's either 60-37 or 60-40. It says on the side it's direct.
Okay.
For a specific profile or something like that.
Sounds good.
The system requirement to be easier for us said something about making sure you have non-RoHS components and or not unleaded components with unleaded solder and lead components with lead.
I'll see if I can sort through, get like a stack of.
You may need to look at part numbers and some of the resistors to check that.
Just FYI, we're almost
there. I am ready.
Yeah, we're about 20 degrees Celsius off.
Leaded or unleaded?
This is. Do we have to do it for both? Because really, the peak temperature is at the unleaded.
Yeah, good point. I don't think we technically have to.
Yeah, because we're going. This is the peak of the oven. Will be at 260. So if it works here, it's going to work at lower temperatures.
Oh, this is the leaded or unleaded?
Unleaded, yeah. So I chose the hottest of the 2.
Yep. That would qualify.
Almost there. 1 more degree. We're off.
Okay.
Alright.
Start temperature.
So here's our gun. We're going to measure the temperature underneath. So (25 Celsius). It's actually cold. You know, the top of it's gonna burn me, but if you look, it's pretty cool. So, I mean, it's just above room temperature. It's really cool stuff. For the top of the oven, so did you get that last number?
Yep.
Top of the oven is, ow, shit. Oops, shouldn't have said that. Oh well, that hurt.
I'll appreciate that.
82 degrees C. So again, there's a reason why we have caution hot surface on there. It'll burn you. So 82 degrees C. I'm going to do one more measurement. 85 degrees C.
Okay, all averaging.
Alright. Again, you can probably tell what this is going to be. This one is 31 degrees C. We still have a hot label on it because it's good not to monkey with it. So 34 on the side with the high voltage.
Want me to average those 2 measurements you just took?
No, just like record each side.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Oh, the other average is just whatever the latest one I told you was.
Okay.
This side is 55 degrees C, so it's pretty warm. And then finally, this one's a little hard.
Doesn't have any air gap at all.
This one, we actually have a caution label. It's hard to make out. It's darker, but
It's like 50 minutes. That's not a precise syringe at all. What's the next side on it?
it says 42. Ow, that's not right. This is way hotter than.
Success, Don.
Yeah, okay, this thing is measuring that it's about 40 degrees Celsius, but it definitely feels a lot hotter than that.